perspective fighting cancer.
What day were you diagnosed with cancer?
I'll never forget the day that I was diagnosed with cancer, November 20th. It has changed my life forever.
What kind of cancer were you diagnosed with?
DIPG. Mommy, can you explain what that means?
DIPG stands for diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma.
That means that it's in my pons of my brain stem that all the good cells and bad cells are mixed together, so they can't do surgery to take it out.
When Mommy and Daddy told you that you had cancer, what did you think?
Scared, and I didn't really know what it was, but I knew that it was a tumor and that God would be with us.
What was the first sign that you might have a bump in your head?
My right eye didn't move all the way.
So what did we do?
We went to the hospital and they said to go to Spokane. And do an MRI there, and then we just thought I had DIPG, and then we did a biopsy to make sure it was DIPG. And the symptoms after that was this side of my face was numb, and this from my shoulder down, this side was numb too. After the surgery, I was not able to move this side of my face, and now I can move it a little after 4 months.
That's a long time. What was the first thing we did to treat your cancer?
I did radiation for 30 days, and 23 of those I was under anesthesia, and 7 of those days I was brave enough to do it all by myself.
So when Mommy and Daddy talked to you about the possibility of coming to London and the treatment that the Harley Street Clinic could offer, how did you think or feel about that?
Scared and worried, but I knew that Jesus would be with us.
So when they did the surgery, can you describe CED to us?
Well, they made 2 holes up here, 2 back here, and then there was four tubes that went directly in my bump. Well, I call it the bump. It goes directly in the bump, and then the port is right here. And then every month, they're gonna access that. It takes 2 days to do all of the medicine, and
Or do you have more than one port?
I have one right here and one right here.
What's the one on your chest for?
It's for if they need to get medicine in me anytime.
Do you have any favorite doctors or nurses?
I have lots of nurses and doctors, but my favorite are Ginny and Anna in Spokane, Dr. Vitanza in Seattle, and Dr. Zacharoulis in London, and he rules.
How many days have you stayed in the hospital?
I've only stayed in the hospital 12 days, but it feels like I live in doctor's offices.
So if you wanted to talk to other kids that are fighting pediatric cancer, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to be brave and that God is with them.
So if people could pray for you, what would you ask them to pray for you?
Courage, a cure for all DIPG kids, and just prayer.
Who is Team Julianna?
My family, my best friends, and all the people around the world that is praying for me. Team Julianna, make a wish trip to Hawaii.
How can we help spread awareness for pediatric cancer?
Tell a friend, go to a fundraiser, and support kids with cancer. And write a congressman, and we need more than 4%.
What are you looking forward to doing after you beat the bump?
Traveling around the world and telling people about how Jesus cured me and getting a miniature pony. And sending Team Julianna hugs from London. Bye. Thank you for praying.